Have you heard about the incredible prizes in the new Tipperary GA Clubs draw? A €500,000 prize fund featuring cars to be won every month, loads of cash and holidays. And if you ever dreamed of being a racehorse owner, now's your chance.
Hi everyone, Rachel Blackmore here. I have a passion for horse racing, just like you all have a passion for GAA. In the new Tipperary GAA Club Draw, starting on the 1st of October, there's an amazing prize to be won. It's a racehorse called Sean Hogan, who's in training with Mouse Morris. If you are the lucky winner, you'll get to pick the racing colours for Sean Hogan. You'll also get to take home all his prize money. There's a Renault car there to be won as well, so you'll have no excuses to go racing and cheer him on. There's cash and car prizes to be won every month, so this really is a fantastic prize. So I'd really encourage everyone to show their support and sign up today.
The Tipperary GA Clubs draw. You have to be in it to win it.
Well, you're very welcome to Leahy Park here in Cashel. County final day. Huge crowd here. Great atmosphere. The sun is shining here. Sarsfields up against St. Mary's of Clonmel in the county final. Dennis Kelly is here alongside me. Multiple Dan Breen Cup medalist with Tommy Vara and Tipp Camogie coach. And Dennis, this is brilliant stuff, isn't it? You know, county final day is what it's all about in hurling.
Yeah, it's lovely to see it here. The sun is shining and we're looking over there at the Rock of Cashel. You know, the setting is really lovely here. So look at the two teams are going through their warm-ups there now, both looking intent on getting a good quick start here. So it should prove to be a good game.
Dennis, this is what you've been dreaming of here. You know, winning county medals. You've done it with Toom back in the day. It really sets you up for the next 10 years if you win at under 19 level, I'd be imagining.
Oh, it definitely would. Like, look, the minor was the holy grail back in the day, and now they've moved it on to 19. But you know, they're nearly closer to being seniors at this stage. So you know, if you can get a win here, like, it really give your club a big boost. So both clubs will be looking for that. Like Sars are coming through, I suppose, having won the minor last year with practically the same team. So they're looking to win the 19 the year after. So look, that'll be a big boost to them if they can do it. But no doubt Mary's will be looking to upset them.
Dennis, I suppose McGarry is the big name for St. Mary's. We've seen him playing with Tipp underage teams. But there's a lot of work gone on there over the last few years to really build them up. So it's not just a one-man show.
No, it's not a one-man show at all. You know, there's loads of other backup there. They've been doing great work in St. Mary's, and you know, they have a really good setup down there by the looks of it. They've won a minor a few years ago as well. So they'll be looking at pulling all these lads together to get a real strong, formidable side. If they can get back up to the Dan Breen again, you know, they'll be looking to have some of these lads coming forward and giving them a help out.
Yeah, and Thurles Sarsfields, I was just talking to a couple of their mentors there, and like, you know, they're like, what can you say about them? The quality that they have in the club. Dara Stakelum at 11, Paddy Creedon 14. We'll go through the starting team. James Armstrong, a brilliant player as well. Connor Stakelum, the manager. That says it all, really. You know,
yeah,
like the backroom team there is unreal. Michael Collins, Ger Corbett, Declan Costello, Tony O'Mara, Connie Mayer, and Brian Stakelum.
Yeah, look, they're all, I suppose, lads that would have worked with Thurles underage, and now they're coming forward with this team as well. You know, there's been great things talked about this team down through the years, and you know, we've been hearing about this really strong team coming, and I suppose now they're in the under 19 grade, and they'll be looking to put another notch, you know, under their belt. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and we'll go through the starting lineups now, starting with St. Mary's of Clonmel, and as per the programme, there is one change to the starting team. I'll go bring that to you in a minute, but just to go through 1 to 15, what we have here: Adam Brannigan is the keeper, Oisin Power, Ross Slattery and Josh Kennedy is the full back line, Tyg Sheehan, Ty Condon and James Morris. Then in midfield it is Owen McCarthy and Peter McGarry, big name with Tipp Hurling over the last couple of years at minor and 20s level. Dean Cagney is 10, Cathal Deely 11 and Sean Cooney at 12. Then Rory Lahey, David Barry and Anthony Keeley. The subs then: Keane Corcoran, Shane Ryan, Owen Walsh, Rory Maher, Connor Parker, Pádraig Bond, Thomas Charles, Oisin Forrestal, Jake Murray and Sean Kenny. And one change to that St. Mary's starting team there sees Shane Ryan coming in for David Barry. So that's a change there, and there's just one change that they're making. Shane Ryan in for David Barry, so 17 in for 14. And going through Thurles Sarsfields then, their team lines out with Aidan Stakelum in goals, a full back line of Emmett Fogarty, Jack O'Mara and Kieran Woodlock. The half back line then: Killian Rafter, James Armstrong and Connor Fogarty. Philly Hayes and Henry Fogarty are in midfield. Daniel Rossiter, Dara Stakelum and Tommy Maher the half forward line. Lee McCormick, Paddy Creedon the captain and Jock Fogarty. And then the subs: Aidan Butler, Luke Fogarty, Robbie Stapleton, Peter Alishone, Stephen Maw, Urban Nolan, Daniel Ruddy, Dean Fanning, Tristan Toomey, Dara Minogue, Cathal McElgunn, Kieran Purcell and Oren Donaghy. Connor Stakelum is their manager. They're going to be favourites, Dennis. So it's probably up to Mary's to get a good start.
Yeah, definitely. Look, they'll be hot favourites. They're like an unstoppable juggernaut there at the moment. You know, they're beating Killadangan in the manner they did, really. Killadangan are never easily beaten, but they really, beat Killadangan well and really beat Boherlahan in the mid-final. The only team really to push it up to Sars this year have been JK Brackens. They ran them to 2 points in the mid-semi-final. But after that, they really have been untested. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see, can Mary's test them? I know they have, Peter McGarry in the middle of the field, and Dean Cagney has also been ably assisting him throughout the championship. But, you know, will it be enough if they can pin down Peter McGarry? If Sars can pin him down and tighten him up, you know, it's hard to see how they'll get the win, but who knows? Yeah,
looking at it, Dennis, if you look at that Sarsfields half back line, even Fogarty there, Rafter, James Armstrong at 6, you know, his dad played with Tipp back in the day. Seamus Armstrong, serious centre back.
Well, serious centre back, and you know, they have a really strong line there, and they're ready to go here now. The ball's going in.
And away we go here, and straight away that ball is just won there in centre field by Deedy, trying to feed that ball on again. Takes a hard shoulder there, leaves off the ball now to Kennedy. Josh Kennedy trying to burst through the middle now, moves on that ball quick as lightning here. It is the Blues on the attack here, coming all the way in. The first shot of the game, all the way in, and it is over the bar. An absolutely brilliant start, Peter McGarry.
Peter McGarry, he's lining out at centre forward there, even though he has 9 on his back. That's a beauty to start him off.
So ready to go here again now, as the ball is just hit straight inside now, all the way in there to the full forward Creedon. Creedon turns his man and away he goes here. Dangerous for the senior team and unreal at 19s. Here he goes, Peter Creedon trying to work that ball in, just loses it, bottled up there. Good play by St. Mary's to just smother the ball, and they've done really well to win this one back and burst out here. St. Long all the way up the field. Good take over there by Fogarty though. He angles this ball in towards the half forward line. Oh, fine catch in there now by Tyg Sheehan, bursting out with this ball, and away he comes, and he's won a free. What a take, Dennis Kelly.
Great win by Tyg Sheehan there, and that's real lifting for his team now, and they're taking a quick free here now again.
Sent all the way in towards the corner forward line now. Up goes Cagney to gather this one. Does well now. Holds on to that ball. Angles it straight through the middle of the field here now. Sarsfields though have intercepted it, and away they go. And it's worked all the way down. Dangerous ball in towards the full forward line. Hopping in there. The ball is loose inside, but it is Good play in the full back line once more. Mary's clear their lines all the way out here. Racing forward is Rafter. Rafter trying to get there, but ball is just built inside, and a good take in there by Josh Kennedy. Feeds on that ball up to the half forward line. McGarry now comes to win it in the middle, just leaves it after him slightly though. Ball still on the deck in there, and little pull in there from Henry Fogarty, tried to take the ball away from him. It's just still loose inside, and they're all just foraging for it, and it is going to be a free for Thurles Sarsfields.
Yeah, really frantic stuff at the moment. I think Oisin Power just a little bit of a loose swing there for Mary's, and it's a free in now, and it's one you'd expect young Tommy Maher to put over the bar.
And this is one of those great young players, really, Tommy Maher. You know, he's just so skillful. There's
great tradition behind him. You know, his father played full back for Sars for years, so look at he has the calibre to put this over the bar now as well.
So very steady here, just closer to his own 65, just inside the halfway line. Swings and away it is, and over the bar. Serious point, and good support here for the Stars in the stand too.
Yeah, there's a big buzz coming into the grounds there. There's a lot of Stars supporters here. They're mad to see another win here in the county final today.
Long one, driven down the field here. Tommy Maher and Cooney up for this one here. James Morris there too. Ball just spills outside, but it is won there by Stakelum, and away he goes. Nice ball by Dara Stakelum inside to McCormack. It's Lee McCormack bursting through the middle, and he has sent it over the bar. Unreal point.
Yeah, beautiful interplay there with Dara Stakelum and McCormack, and a lovely point there to get him off the mark.
So it is 2-1 now. Sarsfields just leading here. Early days, keeper just taking a breather there just to take off the top. It's roasting here, like it is maybe 18, 19, 20 degrees, Dennis. We've our Burke Sports jackets from last year's stream, and you'd need them for a few minutes, but that's it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a breeze, but look, at most of the time it's very warm. And yeah, he's getting rid of the skins there, and the helmet's going back on now, so he's ready to go again.
And I suppose they'll just aim to stay in it now. They got the first point, they settled, but they don't want Sarsfields, putting over 3 or 4 in a couple of minutes.
No, they need to hang in as long as they can.
Long one, down the field now, breaking ball up there, and it is knocked down by James Morris there, trying to gather clean possession. Hard to do with all the Sars lads around you. Sean Cooney in there helping the Mary's man as well, and it is the ref who's looking for the ball here, going to throw this one in as Dara Stakelum goes in there, and the ball is won straight away now by Henry Fogarty. Off he goes and sends it down the field all the way in. Creedon now turns his man, has a nice little flick from his knees, but moves that ball onto the corner forward over here. McCormack comes out to take Rossiter there. Daniel Rossiter going down to rise that ball, and the challenge came in there. Tyke Sheehan just not allowing him get that ball into the hand.
No, and it was a silly one really, because he was going towards the sideline. He was going away from the danger zone. I suppose Mary's were lucky Creedon lost his foot and they are going through, but it looks like McCarthy's gone back to mark him there, so that's going to be Owen McCarthy. He was down to play midfield, so that could be a great tussle in there.
So standing over this free now, it is going to be Tommy Maher. Good, steady, assured free taker here for Thurles Sarsfields, as he just lines this one up here at the stand side, about to drive it out towards the roadside here near the AstroTurf in Cashel. Angles it in, perfection at play here, and you can't be giving away frees with him there, look.
No, he's going to score them all day long.
Keeper gets ready again. Short one out to the full back this time. Ross Slattery feeds it back in to Adam Brannigan, the goalkeeper. Hits it all the way over the far side of the field, and the ball just tails out over there. And it is going to be a line ball for Thurles Sarsfields. 3 points to 1 up here. Early days in this game in the first half here in sunny Cashel today in Leahy Park. Huge crowd here. The car park outside is full, and all the people here mad to see this game. It's cut in all the way across the field here. Looking over here now for Cormac. Turns his man here, and away goes Rossiter this time. Challenged there hard, but he keeps going, and it's good play by the wing back there. Tyke Sheehan did well to just put him off, and it is St. Mary's who have that ball, and Tyke Sheehan over there involved as well. Like, it's still fed outside him now though. St. Mary's trying to work it out from defence here now. Sean Cooney does well to hold that ball and tries to get the hand passed away, but Paddy Creedon lurks in there. Paddy Creedon feeds it in again here. Dara Stakelum just builds it at the wrong second. Cahill Deely in to win it back though for Mary's, and out he goes here. Advantage played, no advantage, and they get that free. And that is great play by Mary's.
Great defence by Mary's. They'll be delighted with that. Now, they were put under serious pressure and they held on to the ball well there. So McGarry is out now to take this. He's just passed in around the middle of the field as well. And it looks like he's going to have a crack at this one.
So sizes it up here. This is an important one for them. 3 points to 1. Sars are ahead here. It's Peter McGarry. Strikes it well. Accurate. And over the bar, a lovely score for Mary's.
Yeah, great score, because the breeze here today, it's tricky enough, and he was striking into it, I think, there, and that was a real beauty of a strike.
Keeper gets ready again. Long one struck down the field, looking for the wing forwards over there, but it's Anthony Keeley who's lurking there for Mary's. Does well trying to control that ball, but he's spilt it and it's away from him, and it's Sarsfields coming on the attack here. This ball worked inside and just somehow over the bar. Daniel Rossiter with a lovely piece of skill, knew the player was coming in to hook him and just foraged and played it out in front of him.
Yeah, spooned it over the bar there. Lovely score from Rossiter again. Another fella that has been big talk about him, and he started off well there too.
Long one down the field, breaking in centre field there now. Oisin Power wins it there for St. Mary's. Plays that ball on and it's gone out over the line. It is Sarsfield's line ball, about to be struck back up the other side here, and it's just going to be taken over the far side of the field there. Looks like Dara Stakelum is lining it up here and having a look here at what's in front of him here. Places that ball, taking his time with this and moving back. Now he strikes it all the way in, up there, but it's Anthony Keeley who gathers it for St. Mary's. Feeds that ball back inside now to Ty Condon. Condon clears his lines well, as a centre back does. Sends it up the field here. Breaking ball now just inside the 40. Sarsfield's challenging hard for it, and they win that ball, and it's fed outside him here now. Out here as far as Killian Rafter. Rafter moves on that ball quickly, but Mary's again the defence out first to the ball, and well taken there by the centre back Condon. Condon now just spilled that ball though out of his hand, and it's loose now. They have to fight to win it back all of a sudden here. Sarsfield's in like lightning here. Lee McCormack, dangerous corner forward, comes out, gets the breaking ball, turns and strikes all the way in, and it's over the bar. Lee McCormack for Thurles Sarsfields. Dennis, he reminds me of your club mate Mikey Beavens.
Yeah, he's a real buzzy around the place there. You know, he's a live wire there in at the moment. That's his second score already today, and they're playing. Both teams playing with a sweeper, but I think St. Mary's have set up that way with Condren in the pocket there.
Long ball hopping here, breaking now in front of Cahill Deely. Does well to feed that ball inside, but there's no one from St. Mary's in there in the full forward line currently here. It's won by Jack O'Mara. Out he goes with this, plays it on again here. Out now to Conor Fogarty. Fogarty moves it on again there, looking for Tommy Maher over the far side of the field. Mary's not eager to give any ball away though. They're still fighting for it up there. Dean Cagney getting stuck in there as the ball just spills out the far side. It's gone out over the line. It is going to be a line ball over there at the far side of the field. Another one for Mary's, and the pressure is relentless. Both teams though, going in hard and not allowing any easy ball.
Yeah, the work rate is really high there, and I think he's going to actually throw it in. It was a mistake. The ball mightn't have been gone over the line, so the ref is going to throw it in here.
So standing over it now and just pushing the other lads back, and now it's in and away they go. St. Mary's have the ball. The shot comes in here. It's from just inside the 45, and McGarry has just curled it a little too much and it's gone wide. Sarsfield's fast restart here, all the way down here as far as McCormack. Lee McCormack like lightning, he's turned his marker and he's away, and he sends it in, and this one just tails out at the last second. Cornerback did well to stay with him and just did enough to put him off.
Really impressed with McCormack. He missed that one there, but he's a real handful here now, and they're struggling to manage him at the moment in the St. Mary's defence.
So keeper ready to go again here now. Strikes this one all the way up the field. Breaking now in front of the half back line for St. Mary's. Good fetch there now. And it is Sean Cooney, but he's given away the free that time. It's two Sarsfields, Dennis.
Yeah, well read from the referee there. He threw it up and caught it. It was hard to see it, but the ref picked it up, in fairness to him. And it's a shot for Darragh Stakelum now, and you wouldn't be putting money against him, not putting this over the bar.
So steady player here, and so much experience for a young player.
Oh, he is, and he's having a great senior debut this year as well. He's doing well for them. We put the hex on him, commentator's course. It's gone wide.
And it tails out. It is still 5 points for Sarsfields, 2 points for St. Mary's here in the first half. Mary's in need of a score now just to get going again and get that crowd behind them. This ball breaking now in around the half forward line there. Straight away Darragh Stakelum back in the mix, looking for that ball, foraging, trying to rise it there, but not being let by Sean Cooney, and he does somehow manage to get that ball out now. Feeds it outside to Woodlock now, sent long down the field by Kieran Woodlock all the way up towards the half forward line. Paddy Creedon. Oh, does well, but it's knocked out of his hand, and Anthony Keeley comes away now. Feeds this one outside to Morris. James Morris, the wing back now, and he has a free out. And they'll be grateful for that one there. It's a chance for them now to build again.
Yeah, the cleaver was out there on that lobbing ball. Creedon is really a marked man there, and Oisin McCarthy was pulling strong, but they managed to win the ball. McGarry now back in his own half to take this one.
And that once he keeps popping these over, that's the main thing now.
Well, that if he keeps the scoreboard ticking, it'll keep him in the game. Unfortunately for him, that's gone wide again.
So it is still 5 points, playing 2 here, and Mary's in the game here. They'd no really clear-cut scoring chances as much as Sarsfields.
No, they're kind of holding, hanging into the game more so than having much attacking threat up front.
Here we go, it's Lee McCormack again for Sarsfields. Sends it over to the far corner over at the roadside. It's gathered there though well by Tyke Sheehan. Clears his lines all the way up the field. Ball going out near the line up there. McGarry quickest to react, and he just takes it away from his man. It's Peter McGarry now. Takes on Armstrong and just gets by him, and McGarry is bursting through the middle here. Tries to flick that ball in the middle. Peter McGarry has a badly needed free in, and this is a certain point, you'd imagine.
Certain point for Peter, and look, he's really elusive there. It's great to see him. He's taking on 3 and 4 players there on his own and heading for the goal. You know, that's what you want to see in a good forward. So he's taking his breather here now, getting a little bit of water and a bit of attention, and he'll pop it over the bar then after that.
And Dennis, when he's very important now. They can't afford to have him knocked up for long there. If he's down and injured, do you know what I mean? That is their key man.
Yeah, no, they looked like he got a bit of hardship going through, and I'd say he's just getting a drop of water now, getting a breather, and he'll be back ready to go in a minute.
Yeah, and can you see them staying in this game?
Well, if they can tip over the freeze and just keep it tight at the back like they're playing with a sweeper, there's some great forwards up front for Sars, but the longer they can keep them quiet, the better, you know. They get confidence out of that too.
And this one is sent in, and Cagney has brought it to a 2-point game all of a sudden, and it is Mary's just hanging in there against the favourites, Sarsfields here. This ball won by the half-back. Fogarty leaves it off to Dara Stakelum. Stakelum, long one, angles it in the far side now, breaking in front of Rossiter. Daniel Rossiter, good turn there to send it back in through the danger area. Paddy Creedon there, but kicked away from him, and he's not getting any ball easily in there. It is won back by Mary's as they just try and clear their lines. They've done enough to work it up here towards McGarry side now, but it's in centre field, and it's gathered up there now by Emmett Fogarty, the cornerback for Sarsfields. Feeds that ball back outside him here now to Conor Fogarty. On again now, it's Tommy Maher. Maher has a look at the post and just sends this one in, all the way in and over the bar. That is a magnificent point.
Massive score there. He was standing between the 265s when he hit that, but Sars were very clever there. They played it around the back line, found the man in space, and Tommy will pop it over the bar all day long from there.
So we're now on 6 points for Sarsfields, 3 points for St. Mary's. We're live in the Tipp GAA TV stream right now, beamed across the world. We're also live on Tipp FM, and it is Mary's on the attack, and Mary's have a free in now, and this is exactly what they needed.
It is, yeah, a good play from Oisin Power. He's 2 when he's back, but he doesn't seem to be playing cornerback. He's out around the middle of the field. I think he's switched with McCarthy there. But McCarthy is doing a good job on Creedon so far back around the full back line. But look at it, they're tenacious, they're trying hard, and this will be another chance for Cagney to pop one over the bar from a free.
So he's a good record on him so far here, and there's not much of a breeze really to favour him or against him here in this first half. It's nice conditions for hurling considering it is mid-October here, but he spent this one out a bit to the right and wide.
Yeah, they need to be scoring all those, to give themselves a chance. Just going into the water break now, that would have been a nice boost, because it's 6-3, I think it is, going into the water break. And they're just holding their own, but you feel if a goal did come for Sars, the floodgates could open. But they're hanging in there well, and they're tenacious, and you have to admire them for that.
Yeah, and Dennis, Paddy Creedon well marked in there. The defence for St. Mary's is not allowing him any space, but it is allowing room for Lee McCormack in particular and Daniel Rossiter.
Yes, that's it. You see, you plug one hole and another one appears. So they have nullified Creedon to some degree there. Owen McCarthy has done well on him, but then Lee McCormack is popping up with 2 points from play. Daniel Rossiter has 1. Tommy Maher has 3 points, 2 from frees and one from play. So others are doing the heavy lifting when Creedon is being held inside, you know.
Yeah, and Lee McCormick, what a turn of pace he has.
Yeah, he's a real kind of an Aidan McCormick kind of style player, you know, for Sars. He's buzzing around and he's getting onto breaks, and when he gets the ball and heads for the goal, it's very hard to catch him or very hard to stop him.
Yeah, and a lot of them, you know, they're playing at senior grade, because I know I came across a couple of them at junior level this year, and a few of them are feeding into the Oreen Cup team for Sarsfields as well. And then you have Paddy Creedon and Dara Stakelum with the Danbreen Cup team. Yeah,
sure, they're getting great experience. You know, the lads that aren't on the Danbreen are playing. A lot of them are playing the Seamus Oreen. So, like, it's a great experience for them. And you can see this year the likes of, you know, Jack Derby, Joseph Oreen, and these lads, they're after making the step up now to senior A. So it is easy bringing them up when they have a couple of years behind them playing in Seamus Oreen, you know.
Yeah, and St Mary's for their part there. Tyke Sheehan hurling well, James Morris, Ty Condon. That half back line is nearly more, you know, on the ball than the half forward line or full forward line.
Yeah, they have a spare man. Ty Condon seems to be sitting in that pocket there, you know, but they need to be more clever with their clearances. And I suppose they're clearing ball under pressure, and it's going straight back to the Sars half back line there. So they need to be a bit cleverer with that.
Here we go, the restart about to take place here, and it is Sars goalkeeper Aidan Stakelum who sends it long, breaking down there, and it's broken nicely for Dealey, who turns and strikes it all the way back up for St Mary's now. Up there looking for it is Cagney coming out, taking that ball, takes on his man and does well, has a bit of room here, a bit of space, exactly what they needed. A nice score from play, get the crowd going.
Yeah, great score from play, and a lovely ball up the wing, not into the pocket where the sweeper was lying. That's the kind of a ball they need to play in. Cagney looks lively inside, and a one man full forward line at the moment.
Keeper gets ready again, sends it straight down where he put the last puck out as well. Flicked on over there by Rossiter there, but again it's turned over by Mary's this time. Anthony Keeley does well, but still haven't cleared their lines there at the same time. It's Owen McCarthy trying to get clean possession, and now it's been turned over. Creedon gathers it and takes on his man and feeds it outside him now to Rossiter. Rossiter back outside again, has a player lurking there. It's Tommy Maher this time. He sends it crossfield. Lee McCormick, here we go. This guy's having a stormer. Brilliant score. What a player. This guy is superb.
Yeah, he looks like the real deal here. You know, there's a buzz in the crowd every time the ball comes near him. They know there's something good is going to happen. So, you know, they're going to have to get a handle on him, or this game he could win it on his own here.
7-4 now. Sars up. That excellent point by Lee McCormick on the run there for them. Ball breaking now in around centre field. Mary's have it again. It's McGarry. Feeds it outside now. They have a freed. The ref is giving them an advantage here, and no real advantage accruing, and they're nearly better get the free, because it's hard enough to, you know, win 2 or 3 balls with that Sarsfields defence.
There's a strong defence there, and every time McGarry gets it, there seems to be 2 and 3 around him. You know, they're not letting him run. If he gets the run, he's dangerous, but they're not letting him run with it. So that's probably their tactics. But look, he should slot this over now from inside the 65.
So standing over this one now, nice and patient here. Sun is in his eyes, I'd say, up there, judging by the shadow, as he strikes this one over the bar. Good score. Mary's on 5 points now, Sars on 7.
Yeah, no, that's good to keep the scoreboard ticking over. They're doing well since the water break. They're it's what are we, 5-7 now, so they're doing very well.
Long ball hit down through the middle now, breaking in the far side over there, pulled on first time there now by Oisin Power outside, and it is Mary's who try and burst again from defence here now, under a bit of pressure there. Dara Stakelum lurking and just tries to win that ball back for Sarsfields. It's gone to ground though, and it is just flicked away now. Ball up in the air, it's gathered by Henry Fogarty outside him now, feeds it on to Rafter now back outside him, out to Maher, and Tommy Maher sends a dangerous one in. Paddy Creedon has it now. Paddy Creedon turning inside. Oh, what a take in there. I think it was the centre back Ty Condon with a little flick, but it's Sars who come on the attack once more. They're on the attack here, and they have a very close range free in here. Could it be a penalty?
No, I think he's going to give the 21 there, but just as that ball was lobbing, I think Creedon just got the flick on the hurley there, and I suppose, you know, the St Mary's defence wouldn't have been that happy if that had been allowed, because it looked like a goal written all over, but they managed to stop it, and now they get their tip over here for Tommy Maher.
A little flick and just flicked it up in the air away from him.
Yeah, it was good defending there again. you have to be impressed with the St. Mary's defenders.
And that one is slotted over the bar for Sarsfields. They get a point. They wanted a goal there, but they'll be pleased enough with the point. Tommy Marr, the provider for Thurles Sarsfields now, as they move 3 up here once more. 8 points for Thurles Sarsfields. St. Mary's Clonmel, 5 points here in the second quarter here in the county under 19A hurling final here in Leahy Park. Ref talking to a couple of players out there at the minute, just telling them to chill out there. So Tig Sheehan and Daniel Rossiter, the 2 players he spoke to. This ball goes straight out to Tig Sheehan over the far side of the field now, and it's fed on again. It's won now by the corner forward Keeley. Keeley feeds it on again here now onto Dealey, and Dealey is coming through, but it's been turned over again, and it is Henry Fogarty who works it back for Thurles Sarsfields. All the way up the field, hopping ball, Rossiter onto it like lightning, little flick in front of him there, taken away though by Ty Condon. Condon having a great game for St. Mary's now as they try and burst out of defence here this time. Anthony Keeley now working it out again, and Keeley clears his lines, good long ball sent all the way up the field, breaking in front of Armstrong up there, down now to the wing back Rafter. Rafter just gets a little touch on it, but the ball is gone away from him here. Cagney has it, works it back outside him now, back out it is Keeley, Anthony Keeley, nice ball into space, but no one there to chase, and they really have to be more precise.
They definitely have. You know, they're hitting it into that centre back position there, and there seems to be no one there. You know, they have to be clever with the ball, but they've just won a free in now, which is lucky for them, but really that ball going into their forward line has to improve.
So it is going to be a chance for Peter McGarry here. 8 points to 5, and they're really hanging in there though. It's like there's very little in it, and you have to credit St. Mary's for that.
You definitely have to, because you look like Sars are doing all the hurling there, and they're still, you know, it's going to be down to 2 now probably. So like, you know, the Sars won't be happy the way it's going for them on their side of things.
And it is a good score from the free there, and that moves St. Mary's on to 6, Sarsfields on 8. Peter McGarry, the provider there, puck out taken a bit quick there. The ref is just calling for him to take it again. So Aidan Stakelum prepares another slitter now and gets ready to drive it down towards the roadside in Cashel, all the way over to the half forward line over the far side of the field. Dara Stakelum is there, brilliant take, but 3 of them are on him like lightning, and the Blues of St. Mary's turn over the Whites of Sarsfields here today. Stars coming on the attack, they have a free in now, just high arm around the neck of the attacker there, James Morris, the player I think that pulled him back on Dealey as well.
Yeah, I think Carl Dealey was involved in that, just around the neck. You know, you're never going to get away with those. And silly really, because Dara Stakelum didn't look to be going anywhere too dangerous, you know. So, you know, you need to keep the pressure on in those situations and make him take a shot. If he scores after that, fair play to him.
So Tommy Marr here ready to go again, and very steady, very assured on the freeze for Sarsfields, as has been Peter McGarry and Dean Cagney as well for St. Mary's. But this one is sent in, and it goes across the goals and out to the left and wide. Still 8 points for Thurles Sarsfields, 6 points for St. Mary's, and Mary's just holding on now, ready to go, and any break at all, and they're ahead in this game though.
Well, that's it. If they get, you know, they're hanging in there well, and it looks like they'll be playing into the town goal for the second half, and that's always the one I favour playing in when I'm playing here in Cashel. I think chance here.
Long ball in by McCormick to Creedon. Paddy Creedon has it now. Paddy Creedon is pulled back, and it is going to be a free in just on the 21. Paddy Creedon with clean possession, but what a ball in again by Lee McCormick.
Yeah, well, that's the difference. You see, they have an option of a high ball, and they've also options with the low. So they've you know, dual attack, way of attacking. So, you know, Creedon, he took that really well, and you know, there was probably a goal chance there if he had to ref it to let it play on.
St. Mary's have their homework done. They're not giving him any clean ball.
No, that's the first really good one he's got clean in his hands. So, but look, theirs will see that now, and they'll try a few more maybe before half time.
So it is going to be Tommy Marr here in front of the goals, makes absolutely no mistake. Another point, 9 now for Thurles Sarsfields, 6 points for St. Mary's team. Conor Stakelum, the manager on the sideline, just clapping on his players with that point. It's Fergal Condon, who is the St. Mary's manager, there alongside Gerard Buckley, Paul Coffey and Michael McGarry. Sarsfields win this one. They have it now. It's sent straight back in again here now into the danger area, and the ball is played out to Creedon. And it is a free out, and the Sarsfield supporters beside us thought it was a free in.
Yeah, not impressed here beside us at all. I think Jack Fogarty got onto the ball well, but look at it, it probably was a throw there onto Creedon, but if you had to get away with it, it was a green flag all day long, I'd say.
So keeper ready to go again here, and the Sarsfield supporter fairly insisted that was a free in here.
Yeah, there was a few choice words there for the referee, but look at, I suppose refs are used to that.
So keeper gets ready here now, sends it along up the field. Brannigan's ball breaking up there now, and it is under Peter McGarry. Ball fed out here now, out here as far as Dean Cagney. Cagney just outside the 45, sends it in, and he's put it wide. And that's a pity for him.
Yeah, that's one you'd expect Cagney to slot now. It was a great ball worked out to him. He should have put that one over the bar.
Keeper ready to go again here. Aidan Stakelum, serious puck out up to the full forward line. Ball breaking now just outside the 45. Lee McCormick in with a little flick there, but Sean Cooney did enough to put him off, and they're arguing here for the line ball here. The Stars lad says theirs. St. Mary's Clonmel the same. The ref has to make this call now.
Yeah,
I leave it to you,
Dennis.
Dennis.
To throw it in, I'd say, neither side happy, so he's going to pop it in between them.
So it's right in front of us here in the stand. There's a good atmosphere here in the stand. All the people here just, very involved in the game, which is great. But now it's a free in from that throw in, and Dennis, talk us through that.
Yeah, just we had a pull there from Anthony Keeley. A little bit green on his part. The ref is always going to give a free in a situation like that when there's been a bit of hustle and bustle, and it's another free for Sars now, and you put your money on Tommy to put this one over again.
So steady here. Crowd goes a little bit quieter here just to give him a chance here. The free taker for Thurles Sarsfields, lining it up here. They're 3 up currently as we approach half time in this game, and Tommy Maher just looking ahead here. Here he goes, rises and strikes it in. That's a sweet strike of the slitter over the bar.
Yeah, great score. Look, Tommy's been doing that since he was able to hold the hurl in his hand. I remember seeing him at school level. He's a real class player, and he'll score them all day long.
Keeper ready to go again here now. Brannigan drives it over the far side of the field, and a great fetch over there, the far side by Shane Ryan. Feeds it in towards McGarry. He's operating in around the full forward line, and he's brought to ground. It's going to be a free in for St. Mary's just outside the penalty area. But McGarry, he's lethal. He's like Paddy Creedon at the other side.
Yeah, he's deadly dangerous there, and they're double teaming him there. There's 2 on him most of the time, and he's getting fierce attention from the Sarsfields defenders there, but he's probably doing a little bit more than Creedon at the moment. McCormick has been the best forward, I suppose, from the Sarsfields point of view, but you'd have to credit Owen McCarthy there as well, who's marking Paddy Creedon. He's doing a real good job on him. That's a great tussle at the other end.
So free in about to be struck just outside of 21. 10 points playing 6 here now. Sarsfields up here, and this one is slotted over the bar. Good point, and it is now 7 points for St. Mary's Clonmel, 10 points for Sarsfields as we get ready to go again here. Sharp puck out now, out as far as Kieran Woodlock. Woodlock turns his man, and away he goes now, drives it along all the way up the field. Up there to the full forward line, hopping ball in there, knocked down inside now towards the half forward line. Ball just breaking in there. Paddy Creedon out foraging for it here, but it is the centre back for St. Mary's, Ty Condon, who's coming out here. No one getting clean possession in there now, still fighting for it. Everyone trying to rise the ball. It's gone out over the line. It's going to be a line ball. Umpire, or linesman rather, not sure which way he's going to move that flag.
No, I thought it was going for Sarsfields there starting off, but he changed his mind there afterwards. Again, good defending there, tenacious defending from the St. Mary's lads there.
So it is going to be a St. Mary's ball now, about to be struck out and up the line here. Ty Condon gets ready, cuts it all the way up the field. Good ball all the way up here to the half forward line here as Ryan gathers it now. Shane Ryan feeds it inside here. Dangerous ball hopping in there. Corner forward coming out to take it here. Can he get the shot away? He pulls on it, and no, it's just across the goals. Anthony Keeley was in there for a goal opportunity, but Sarsfields work it out, and the keeper drives it out here to Woodlock. Woodlock outside him here now, out to Killian Rafter, and Killian Rafter has a free out on the half-back line.
Yeah, soft enough free there. But look, that was a misfortune from Anthony Keeley, because had he got his first touch and up into his hand, that should have been a goal, really, you know. So look, the conditions are a little bit stickier than they have been, so you know you can't fault him there. But had he got that ball in his hand, you'd expect the net to be rattling.
So it is going to be a free out for Thurles Sarsfields. 10 points to 7. They're leading as we approach half time here. It's going to be James Armstrong that'll strike this one. Serious footballer as well. Tipp minor footballer. His father Seamus played in the League of Ireland back in the 70s. Great player with Thurles Town and Clodagh Rangers as well. Great hurler too, as James drives this ball down the field now. It's gathered in there and the ball fed across over towards Creedon. And now he turns his man and away he goes. And Paddy Creedon, no mistake at all. The free came in from Armstrong. Couple of quick swivels and it's a point by Creedon.
Yeah, great point by Creedon, and that the last few minutes he's been getting on top there in that tussle inside. But it was a lovely ball across from McCormack as well, or actually Jack Fogarty had a nice one across there that time.
11 points to 7 now, breaking over the far side of the field. It's Darius Takelum this time. He sends it straight back in now, in on top of Fogarty inside. Fogarty turns his man and he's pulled down there by Ross Slattery, who just rugby style said you're not getting in for a goal anyway, and just outside the 21. It's kind of something defenders have to do really now to ensure that, you know, they keep a point rather than a goal going in.
Yeah, and I think actually Fogarty that time, I think it was, you know, he felt a little bit of contact and pulled the arm into him himself, so he kind of half bought that free, I think, as well. But you know, that's what defenders have to deal with now at this stage. I'd be looking out for the defenders more so than the attackers.
Good stuff. Dennis Kelly here, multiple Dan Breen Cup medalist with Tommy Vara, Tipp Camogie coach here with us on Tipp FM this afternoon and on the Tipperary GAA TV live stream. You can get access to it via the Tipp GAA social media channels. It's going to be a free in for Thurles Sarsfields. 11 points to 7 here now as Sarsfields get ready for another free, and Tommy Maher is standing over this one as per usual in this game. He's a good free taker here in the sunshine, nearly 20 degrees in Cashel. I think it's 18, 19 degrees anyway in the October sunshine, as he puts it over the bar at the roadside. 12-7. They're getting away now.
Yeah, they're creeping away now. That chance they got in front of the goals was one that they might cost them dearly in the finish.
Long ball breaking in around centre field now. Henry Fogarty this time turns and strikes all the way up towards the full forward line. Ball inside there now, breaking in front of the full back. Ross Slattery comes out to gather it. Does well now, challenged there by Fogarty, and he has got that ball, but it is half time here. The ref blows the whistle. A 5-point lead at the break for Thurles Sarsfields, and they just are relentless when they're attacking. Lee McCormack, so prominent earlier on. Darius Takelum to the fore now. And Paddy Creedon, you know, always there. There's a goal in him if he gets in turns.
Yeah, there's a real threat inside. And, you know, it's you feel it's only a matter of time. Now, in saying that, St. Mary's held in well. It was 10-7 when they got their chance in front of the goal. Had they converted it, who knows, you know. But, look, I don't think they'll be too disappointed. They're going to be playing into the town end in the second half. If they can tweak a few things and improve their ball into the forward line, who knows what will happen. But at this stage, it's hard to look past Sarsfields.
Yeah, and the town end is the scoring end here in Cashel, in Leahy Park.
Well, that's what anytime I'm here, I expect to get a few more scores playing down that way. But look, it depends on what team you're with, I suppose.
Yeah, there is a slight fall on it, I think, going down that way. And like, it is a new enough surface just in around the goals there, so that ball hops in there.
Oh, if it hops in there, it could be in the back of the net. But look, apart from that one chance that broke inside, St. Mary's haven't had a whole lot of joy in there, because they're not really playing. They're playing with one inside in the full forward line for a lot of the game, you know. So look, they're trying to contain, but now that they have contained to some degree, they might get a chance to push on in the second half.
And Dennis, moving McGarry in there is well and good for St. Mary's Clonmel, but can they afford to keep him in the full forward line, or do they need him to win the ball to push it in there?
Yeah, well, he's been down to play midfield, and he's played midfield in some of the other games, so you know, I wouldn't mind seeing him back out around the middle, and he might be harder to pin down there, because at the moment Sarsfields have two lads on him most of the time, and it's very hard for him to have much joy.
So at half time here, it is 12 points for Sarsfields, 7 points for St. Mary's. And just before we take a quick break, isn't it lovely to see the rock in the distance and see all these people out playing hurling here, all the boys and girls of all ages, adults and kids out hurling here in Cashel at half time.
Yeah, it's a fabulous setting here, and you're looking over at the rock and you can see look over there at the flags blowing in the wind and the crowd, the buzz of anticipation for the second half. Both sets of supporters are really looking forward to the second half already. And, it's great to see people chatting and having the crack, and it's great to be back to this stage again.
Good stuff. We're going to take a quick break here at half time. 12-7, Sarsfields lead St. Mary's here. We'll be back soon with more action from Cashel.
Have you heard about the incredible prizes in the new Tipperary GA Clubs draw?
I'm asking you to support the new draw that's just launched, which is a novel Star Super Prize, believe it or not, of a horse and car, plus holidays and cash prizes as well. So over the year there's 11 cars up for grabs with a total prize fund of 500,000. Remember, you have to be in it to win it, so just to join, go to www.tipperary.ga.ie. Remember, it's your club, it's your county, and it's your draw. So sign up and support today.
The Tipperary GA Clubs draw. You have to be in it to win it.
Well, you're very welcome back to Leahy Park here in Cashel. It is Thurles Sarsfields against St. Mary's Clonmel. It is the county under-19 A hurling final. And Dennis Kelly, thinking about it here, St. Mary's have to be creative now. They're 5 down and they're up against a powerhouse in Sarsfields. They have a lot to think about at half-time.
Have a lot to think about, but looking over at the flags there, the tricolour seems to be blowing down towards the town end, so that might be a little bit of a help to them. They definitely have to improve their ball into the forward line, and they need to create a little bit more of a threat in front of the goals. It looks like they're going to have to get a goal to have any chance of winning this game, and at the moment they don't seem to have a major threat inside, so that's an issue they'll have to deal with at half time. Their use of the ball too, like Sarsfields have a spare man sitting in the 6th channel there, and they've hit numerous balls down on top of him, so they'll have to curtail that in the second half if they're going to give themselves a shout.
Overall, Dennis, just before the second half starts, do you think Tipperary hurling is in a good place at this level, at under 17s, under 18s, under 19s, and this is the new minor grade, so this is really what we're looking at for Tipp teams for the next few years?
Yeah, it is. Look, there's great serious endeavour out there, loads of skill on show. You'd have to be impressed with players like Lee McCormack on the Sarsfield side, Paddy Creedon, we know all about him, Tommy Maher, these kind of guys, and on the other side then, sure, McGarry is a revelation there. He needs a little bit more support from the rest of the players around him, but he's going to be a serious player for Tipperary as he goes forward.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Bracken's got so close to Sarsfields. Like, at all the grades, we're seeing Holy Cross doing very well at the B grade. And, you know, like these clubs that are kind of feeder clubs for the Tipp teams, we need to see all those clubs really putting a huge effort in at this level.
Oh, that's it, and you know we need the South clubs as well as there's loads of North clubs and Mid clubs producing players for the Tipp teams, but we need to see the South clubs as well. I know some clubs they prefer maybe the football, but like there's loads of hurlers down in South Tipp as well and West Tipp, and we need all of those putting their hand up for a place in the Tipp team.
And that's something really that the work that has to go on in clubs to get to this level. I suppose that's why it's so great to see St. Mary's here, because they are a South Tipp team that, like they're flying the flag for them.
They are, and look at football maybe is priority for a lot of lads down that direction, but it's great to see them in the county final, and if they could get a win here, it'd be some boost to them going forward.
It would change the dynamic completely here as we get ready to go for the second half. It's Mid against South in the county under-19 hurling final. The ref is in position. We're ready to go, and the ball is in, and straight away now they're foraging for it there. Ball just knocked at the deck there, and it's just loose inside, and Sarsfields win it now. It is Fogarty who feeds that ball back out towards James Armstrong. The ball played in now, but it is Mary's coming on the attack here this time, but back goes Fogarty to try and win it back. Looks like Conor Parker is on for St. Mary's here, just in around centre field there as well, but the ball just loose in the middle, and Sarsfields have it, and now they have a free out. James Armstrong just hooked there as he was going through, and he has a free, takes it fast now, sends it all the way up here, up towards Creedon. Hard pull in there on Creedon from James Morris, and Mary's trying to win that ball, but they've left it after him now. It's Daniel Rossiter who has it, feeds it outside now. Back in again, it's Tyke Sheehan. Sheehan now over the far side of the field. Breaking ball over there, and it's good hands and good control from Keeley. Keeley turns his man, and away he goes. Anthony Keeley coming through the middle, heading for the 21. It's still Anthony Keeley all the way in, and it's just over the bar. Oh, he was threatening a goal. We haven't seen a lot of that in this game, but boy, he is a turn of pace.
No, way better ball in, and he has some turn of pace, and I'd love to see more of that from Keeley.
Long ball breaking now in around centre field. St. Mary's getting really stuck in now. It's James Morris. Morris feeds this ball outside him here now, and it's just picked off the ground. Peter McGarry just claims the ball was just hopping there, and it probably would have been if it was summertime, but not in October with a damper sod.
No, there could be a bit of grass in his fingers there as well, I'd say, because he probably picked it, but it's a chance now. They had really all the play there since half time, but now this is a chance for Sars to get back in the scoring board.
So that man again, Tommy Maher, the half forward, just on the 65. Stepping over this one for Thurles Sarsfields. This will be a good boost to them at the start of the second half. St. Mary's with a goal chance there, which they got a point from Keeley, but the chance comes in this time, and it's gone wide from Tommy Maher.
Yeah, unusual for Tommy now, but I think he's striking into a bit of a breeze, so that might make things more difficult.
Long ball hit all the way down the field now, breaking there, and a beautiful take by Peter McGarry, and away he goes and sends it in. Brilliant response. He picked the last one. Well, he picked that one from the sky.
2 strikes and it's over the bar. What a score. This guy is the real deal, it looks at the moment.
12 playing 7 now. It is Sars ahead, but Mary's fighting right back into this game here. Breaking ball up there, gathered over there now by Lee McCormick, and away he goes. Speed Merchant just took his eye off it for 1 second though, and the ball is spilt over there the far side. Darius Takelum comes in to help him. Darius Takelum bursting through. His hurley held in there. It is going to be a free in just inside the 21, and Darius Takelum, you know, if one leaves the ball, Darius Takelum is picking it up.
Yeah, no, that's very clever play. He was making sure the referee seen that his hurl was being tugged slightly, I'd say, but he's got won the free. It's a free in now again for Tommy Maher. But look, they needed those couple of scores to settle, because St. Mary's had really kicked off the second half, really well. They seem to have pushed on a little bit. They're not playing as deep as they were in the first half.
So it is going to be another chance for Sarsfields, and St. Mary's really will look to get going. They're coached by Brian Carroll, and like just looking there, Liam Ryan, who's part of the Commercials football team, and he's also on the St Mary's adult hurling team, is there in the background on the sideline. They have an awful lot of support. They really need to find a way back now.
Yeah, well, they've clever men on the sideline. They know what they're on about, and they look like they've set up better in the second half. So be interesting to see, can they make hay inside now. You know, if they could get a green flag, it would really be a big shot in the arm to them.
And we'll wait and see where that puck out goes. But before that, it is going to be the free in here for Tommy Maher as he points it this time. No mistake at all by Tommy Maher over the bar, and they're ready to go again. Keeper at the ready here. It is Brannigan. Drives it all the way down the field now in front of James Armstrong. Just gets a break on that ball. It's spilled nicely now for Sarsfields, and it is Fogarty who works it on up along. All the way up the forwards, coming out looking for a good clash of the ash there. We haven't heard enough of it here in this game, and the ball breaking in front of Dara Stakelum. In there now goes Owen McCarthy. McCarthy trying to win that ball. Paddy Creedon in lurking in there as well, and it's going to be a free in, and I think it is a take off the ground again.
Yeah, James Morris picked that off the ground, and you know, these little things all add up. You know, that's another free now and a scoreable chance for Tommy. And you know, like if you look at he has 8 scores from frees, which is a big part of the Sarsfields score. You know, so if they could cut out them a little bit, it would give them a better chance.
Big backroom team there for Thurles Sarsfields. They're all cheering on that one. Ger Corbett, Declan Costello, Connie Maher, Brian Stakelum, Michael Collins as well, and managed, of course, by All-Ireland winning selector Conor Stakelum back in 2016 alongside Mick Ryan. He's on the sideline in front of us here. Wasn't happy with that free that tailed wide.
No, the sound of the hurley didn't sound right, and it's gone to the wide, and it's out again for St Mary's.
And breaking over the far side of the field. Mary's have it now this time, coming on the attack here. Sean Cooney just leaves the ball after him though, and away goes McCormack. Oh, brilliant play by Lee McCormack. Sends it in towards the half forward line. Out comes the centre back Ty Condon though from Mary's. Has it now on to McGarry. McGarry now sends this one in around the house. Dangerous ball just breaking in there in front of the corner forward. Does well to control it there. Having a good tussle with Kieran Woodlock. And it is Rory Lee that plays it inside here. Feeds that ball in and he has a free. He's good and lively. His brother out injured with a shoulder injury, but this guy's good.
Yeah, there's a lot thought of this down around Clonmel, and that's the first real ball he's got. And it looks like now that St Mary's have pushed on and they're going man for man, which will, you know, create more chances up front, and it'll also give maybe McGarry that little bit of leeway. You know, they can't double mark him anymore, so it might give him a chance as well to come into the game even more.
And it is a good option there to play it into that corner and let the corner forward sprint like lightning onto it.
It is. Well, they have speed in both corners there, you know, Keeley and Leahy there. So, you know, why not let it into them and see what they can do with it.
So, play just held up for a minute here. Kieran Woodlock is just down injured, the cornerback for Thurles Sarsfields, and he's another experienced player there.
Yeah, he's big experience under their belt, but in general they have really good backs there. You know, they've managed to be able to put out Henry Fogarty out to the middle of the field, and he'd been back last year when full back, I think, when they were minors. So you know they've obviously when they can afford to do that, they have really strength in depth in the back line.
Yeah, this grade Dennis has really taken over from minor, hasn't it? It's become the new big one, really. You know, so we're just chatting a bit here about Rory Leahy there. His great granduncle is the famous Johnny Leahy.
Yeah, well, that's you can see the little bit of the tradition coming through in him as well. So it's at both sides, both teams. You know, they've had their ancestors before them have done it all. So look, you can see it coming through in them. It's funny to see that. And
a famous name in Tipperary hurling. Back through the decades and the eras. Here we go. This one sent down the field. It is 13 playing 10. That one went over the bar just before that, but it is breaking now in around centre field here. And Marys are in, and they have another free and a good interception there by Conor Parker. Just appeared in the second half here. Getting stuck in now and winning a free.
Yeah, working hard there, Conor Parker. And this is a scoreable one for Peter McGarry again. You know, this will be a nice one now to close the gap.
So he's standing over this here and sends it in. McGarry puts it straight between the posts. Fantastic point, inspirational stuff, and we're back to 2 points.
Back to 2 points, amazing. But it's the whole change. They've pushed on and they're going man for man, and now the umpire's having a change of mind. He put it up first and now he's waving it wide, so the ref is going in for a quick chat.
Okay, so we're looking at 13-10 currently on the scoreboard, but that could change right now. And something like that can really put a player off, can't it? It can just deflate you if you're not concentrating fully.
Yeah, look at it. It's a wide ball now, which is, they were going to be back to 2, now it's still 3. That's a little bit disappointing from the Mary's point of view.
So that one waved wide, and we're ready to go again. The keeper now sends it all the way up the field now, breaking in around the half-forward line there, but it's won by Sarsfields. Sarsfields, away they go now. Sent in around the house, looking for Paddy Creedon in there. Creedon trying to forage in there, having a good tussle today with Ross Slattery in there. But this one is won by Tyke Sheehan, and away he comes out to feed now. Feeds that ball on here, and they have a free out just in the half-back line. They're getting those frees now that just relieve the pressure.
They do, yeah, and look, they're getting on top there at the moment. Sarsfields aren't having it all their own way now, and I'd say they're not overly impressed with their second half performance so far. So they'll need to up their game and change something if they're going to get over the line here. It's all Mary's at the moment.
So this one going to be struck by their main man there, McGarry, sizing it up now. Away he goes from his own 45 all the way in. It's dropping in there, and it's just gone out to the right of the post and wide there. Corner forward just tried to get a nick on it, couldn't do so though. We're ready to go again. Hit out here. Dara Stakelum takes the puck out cleanly, turns his man, and away he goes. Parker is after him. McGarry sprinting to help him now as well. This ball funneled in towards the corner, but it's well took in there. It's Leahy again, back outside now, back out to McGarry. McGarry there now, and over to Tyke Condon. Tyke Condon, the centre back for Mary's, drives it down the field all the way up here now. Breaking ball, nice hands from the corner forward there. Leahy again outside, and he plays it on to the other corner forward, but it goes wide, and Keeley and Leahy get the ball into him, you'll be thinking.
That's it, get it in as fast as ever they can. They're dangerous inside.
Long ball up here again, breaking here in front of Dara Stakelum. Dara Stakelum trying to get clean possession here, just worked away from him now. This time it's Connor Power. Connor Power has it now, plays it into the middle, into McGarry. Peter McGarry now turns and strikes this all the way in. It's hopping in front of the keeper inside, and he does well to gather it in there and works it out as far as Armstrong now. James Armstrong moves that ball on again here now on to Emmett Fogarty, and away comes Sarsfields back up the field. Little flick up there by the half forward line now. Ball away. Jock Fogarty just got a little tick on that, and it went out over the line, and it is going to be a line ball for St. Mary's and for Tyke Condon again now.
Yeah, the linesman isn't sure. It's coming out for St. Mary's now, which will be good. But, their backs are really on top there. Stars are running out of ideas up front, and they're not making much headway at the moment up front.
So it's going to be struck off the ground here by Tyke Condon. 11 gone in the second half here as this one is cut into the middle now. Good take in there by Shane Ryan. Shane Ryan turns and strikes it up for St. Mary's. Clonmel now over to the danger area. Corner back comes out to Emmett Fogarty has it, and Emmett Fogarty has a free out just there. Challenge came in. 13 points to 10, Sarsfields up.
Yeah, Sean Cooney could be in a bit of bother here. I'd say it's probably a yellow card. It was a high tackle there. No real need for it, but the corner forward was in a Gosov inside, and he should have been in front of his man for St. Mary's there. I think it was Anthony Keeley. So the management won't be impressed with that. He needs to be in front of his man coming out.
So it is a yellow card there, and Cooney just moving away there, and a chance now for Sarsfields to extend their lead here. Wind seems to have picked up a little over the far side, and it is blown in St. Mary's favour in the second half here, but Dara Stakelum prepares this and strikes all the way in, and it's tailed out to the left this time and wide.
Yeah, disappointing for Dara. He's not having the influence he'd like to have. It's often the case you're playing well at senior level, and then you come back to your own grade, and it might be hard to get into a game. So they'll need more out of him.
Here we go. It's won by Lee McCormack here from the puck out. Lively corner forward. He's just pulled up. Looks like a hamstring here, but gets that ball off a bit of the way up the field anyway. James Morris comes in to take it. Half block there. Shane Ryan works it on again for Mary's now. They have the ball out here as far as Morris, and Morris goes to ground there. Good challenge with Henry Fogarty.
Yeah, James Morris is doing really well there, wing back, number 7 for St Mary's. He fought really hard there, and it's another free now for Peter McGarry. And you know, if you're on the Sarsfield side now, you're starting to get a little bit worried. They need to make something happening up front now again, because it's not going for them at the moment.
Whoever wins this game here will have the presentation here on the stream as well. If you're tuned on Tipp FM as well, we're broadcasting all around the world here. It's the under-19 Tipperary hurling final, and it is Clonmel against Thurles here in this one. Ball hit out the field here now, breaking in front of Dara Stakelum. Good take over there now by Rafter, and Killian Rafter moves it on to Daniel Roster for the Thurles side as they just try and break up the top end now. But good play over there by the St Mary's Clonmel wing back Sheehan, who tries to move it on again, but it's back out to Sarsfields, and now they come in the attack. Ball hit in, dangerous one inside it, breaks out for a 65 in there. Lurkin was Jock Fogarty up there waiting for a little breaking ball, but it came off the defender, so it's a 65.
65, but you know, Sars have really got off the hook there. Like they're still 3 up, and they're not playing that well. And Marys have missed maybe 2 or 3 frees and a few points in play as well. So look, at Sarsfields are really lucky at the moment. If they can, Tommy can slot this one over now, Tommy Maher, it'll give them that 4-point gap, and that'll be a help to them.
And like fitness-wise and energy-wise, you'd have to say Brian Carroll and Fergal Condon have St Mary's right up at the level of Sarsfields.
Oh, they're right up there, and you know this is winnable for them now. But you know they're going to need to start taking their chances, because if they don't, you know it could slip away from them quickly again.
So Tommy Maher gets ready with this one. He sends it in, all the way in and over the bar. Sarsfields, Tommy Maher with that score. 14 points now for Thurles Sarsfields, the Cathedral Town side. 4 up. St Mary's Clonmel are on 10 points. Long ball breaking in around centre field. Dara Stakelum now working it out here, out to Conor Fogarty. Fogarty hits it in high, but it is well took over there now by St Mary's. James Morris, off he goes, soloing up the field. 2 of them after him here. Does well to somehow hold on to that ball and gather it and try and rise it again off the deck, but there's too many white jerseys of Thurles Sarsfields in on top of him now. It's still on the deck, and it's flicked out. It's gone out over the line. Linesman doesn't know. Conor Stakelum says it's Sarsfields, and the St Mary's manager says it's their ball. I don't know, Dennis. What
yeah,
do you think?
It's a Sarsfields ball, all right, but the linesman caused a bit of confusion there with the direction of his flag, but it's going Sarsfields' way. Real tussle there on the ground for that dirty ruck ball.
So Tommy Maher going to strike this sideline. Ref just telling players to move back, and I think he's just talking to a couple of the minters on the sideline there. So Tommy Maher strikes this all the way up the field, now up towards the 21. Well tucked up by the Mary's defence, and it's cleared there by Condon, the centre back, on Ode. High one there just in front of us now, and it is going to be a free and a name in the book for just a little bit of a wild strike.
Yeah, a rash challenge there. I think he went in with his arm high. It was Cathal Deely there on Tommy Maher, and there's a big difference in size-wise, so I suppose that didn't help either. But no, it was silly really, and you know, something you don't need to be doing if you want to hang in the game.
Yellow card for Cathal Deely for that challenge there, and another free for Thurles Sarsfields, and it is Tommy Maher once more standing over this one here. 14 points to 10. Sarsfields up at the minute. This one sent in. Oh, fabulous. What a strike. Over the bar, following a big line of free takers from Johnny Enright to Pa Burke, and now this guy.
Yeah, just into the water break now. Another big boost for them there. Like, you know, you look through, he has eight frees, I think it is, in a 65. So that's some contribution, you know. It's easy to count him up after that, you know. So off play, I suppose they'll be a little bit disappointed, Sarahs, that they haven't got more. But at the same time, they're 5 points up now. And, you know, it's going to be hard to bridge that gap for St Mary's.
And is it just St Mary's just a little, you know, nervous maybe in the tackle there, that they're, rather than trying to win the ball cleanly, they're fouling there a few times that are, you know, kind of unnecessary fouls.
Unnecessary fouls, but I suppose when you come under pressure, you know, you're tested, and maybe they haven't been, you know, St Mary's they had good tussles with Knockavilla and Carrick Swans, but at the same time maybe they haven't made anything like Thurles Sarsfields. So when you come under pressure, you make that silly mistake. they're really young lads yet. They have loads of time to learn, but I suppose the quality of the opposition maybe up to now hasn't been at the level that Sarsfields are at.
Yeah, so Sarsfields leading here at the 3/4 mark. 15 points for Thurles Sarsfields, 10 points for St. Mary's here. But God, a goal would really kickstart Mary's now, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would really kickstart them, and they'll be very disappointed. Like, they had the most of the hurling in that third quarter, but they haven't put it on the scoreboard. So they're going to need a big one. They're going to need to rattle the net if they're going to have a chance in this one, I feel, at this stage now.
So we have 17 minutes gone in the second half here. It's the 3/4 mark. It's the county under 19A hurling final here. St. Mary's back out. They're over the far side. Our mentors are there. What a roar here. Great atmosphere.
Super atmosphere. It's great to see. County under 19 final, and everyone roaring their team on. It's great to be back to this stage again. We've had long enough where we're looking at matches on TV.
Yeah, the great crowd here, great energy around Leahy Park in Cashel for the county final. Here we go. Keeper restarts. It's the final quarter. Ball breaking over the far side. James Armstrong sprinting out to get there now. Dealey as well. Cathal Dealey just got a little flick on it there, and it just came off James Armstrong's hurley there. So it is going to be a line ball and a chance for Mary's now over the far side of the field.
Yeah, and just see Peter McGarry has gone in on the edge of the square, so that could spell danger. If he can get one of these paw, it could be in the back of the net.
Here we go. Ball cut in. Oh, it's going to drop nice for McGarry in there, but no, it's just won again by Sars, and Emmett Fogarty works it out along the line all the way out to Daniel Rossiter. Ball has just gone out over the line over the far side, and this one is going to be struck now by Sean Cooney. So Cooney sizing this one up again, and McGarry staying in there, as Dennis said, just the edge of the square, hoping that the ball will break nicely for him. Now it's cut in low this time. It's not going to reach that far. It's out now to Leahy, the corner forward. He sends it into the danger area in towards McGarry, and it's just left after him there. Emmett Fogarty has it, plays it back out, but again loads of blue jerseys from St. Mary's now. They have it on the attack here again. It's Sean Cooney. Cooney trying to play that ball on again here now into the middle. A lot of white jerseys from Sarsfields there though, and it is Stakelum who's there, and he tries to flick it out. Still loose ball. Dara Stakelum again gathers it now. Away he goes, shakes off the challenge of Cathal Dealey. Sends it in around the house. Dangerous ball. Paddy Creedon coming out to gather it now. Breaking down out there though it is Owen McCarthy who's there, and the ball sizzles out to Daniel Rossiter, who sends it in across the goals, but it's out and wide.
Yeah, the Sarsfields forwards are being well marshalled back there. They're not getting too many chances.
Long one, driven down the field again now. Breaking just in front of the centre back there, and it's let fly on along the ground now by Shane Ryan in there looking for McGarry. James Armstrong bursts out with it though, and he feeds that ball on again here on to Dara Stakelum, and Dara Stakelum has a free out. Great play there by James Armstrong. His grandmother Maura, of course, running marathons at over 90 years of age, an absolutely brilliant athlete, and he just played out that ball well.
Yeah, he's doing superbly there, and Dara Stakelum too has come into the game in the middle of the field, and he's as clever as his father before him, Connor. He's able to buy that free and make it look like he's been really tackled hard, and he's won a few of them now, and it's vital for Sarsfields.
And no doubt Maura Armstrong is tuned in and hope she's enjoying seeing James or hearing James playing well for Sarsfields today as they go on the attack once more. Driven down here now, breaking ball inside. Out goes Daniel Rossiter trying to forage in there, but it is Ty Condon who wins it. The centre back for St. Mary's does really well to control that ball and take it away from Paddy Creedon. Shakes off the challenge from Paddy Creedon now. Plays that ball on, and he has a free out. And really, that's super play. Great centre back.
Ty Condon has been very, very impressive. He's been as solid as a rock back there. There's nothing getting past him. And he bought that free again there. McGarry now seems to be coming from deep to take this one again.
So 15 points for Thurles Sarsfields, 10 points for St. Mary's. We've 10 minutes to go in the game, a 5-point game here. St. Mary's need scores. McGarry lining it up just inside his 65. It's going to drop short now. This ball is in and straight into the hands of Henry Fogarty, the Sarsfields midfielder. He plays it back outside now, breaking in around the half-forward line now. It is McGarry with a second chance here. He strikes it in this time. Oh, superb. No mistake the second time of asking here. And it is another point for St. Mary's. We're back to a 4-point game here. It's Sars 15, Mary's 11. Long puck out the field now, breaking up here. Knocked down Lee McCormick though, racing onto it for Thurles Sarsfields. Plays this ball back outside him here now. Back out to Jock Fogarty. Fogarty sends it in and they have a free in. Paddy Creedon wins the free in the full forward line.
Yeah, very harsh on Owen McCarthy there. I thought it was a 50-50. You know, I wouldn't agree with that decision at all. They're having a great tussle all day long. But it's a free into Sarsfields now regardless. And this is one that Tommy will slot over the bar.
Yeah, and the man himself, Owen McCarthy, agrees with you there. He's not happy with the referee, and I think he's letting the ref know his name is going to go into the book now. Yeah,
well, it's disappointing when you break a ball down 50-50 and you think you've done everything right, and then the ref gives a free against you, you know. And look, it's drifting a little bit on St. Mary's now at this stage.
So we will have the cup presentation directly after the game here between Sarsfields and St. Mary's. So stay tuned for that one. It'll be right here in front of us. It'll be on the stream if you're watching it. And if you're tuned to Tipp FM, stay tuned as well as we get ready for this one here. Tommy Maher now for Thurles Sarsfields, just outside the 21. Rises and strikes, bread and butter for a player of his quality.
Yeah, he's really notching them up now. That's 9 frees and a 65 for him, and 1 from play as well. He's had a great day out so far.
Change being made now for Sarsfields. It is Robbie Stapleton who is coming on to the field of play and going off there. It looks like it is, I'm sure Dennis said it, half forward going off there for them. So it is Daniel Rossiter that's going off for them. So that change made for Sarsfields. Ball sent out long now from the puck out. Mary's need a score and fast here. 5 points in it here. Ball played on now and they're getting a half chance here. The wing forward bursting through. It's Cagney. Cagney though, but just couldn't get the ball under control. And Sarsfields cleared their lines. Back out now. Paddy Creedon underneath this. Ball breaking now in front of James Morris. The wing back for St. Mary's here. Philly Hayes takes it though. The midfielder for Sars sends it over the far side into space. Tyke Sheehan now, loads of time and room here, but he's slow about getting there, and the corner forward comes and blocks him down. Liam McCormick sends it in around the house all the way in, and this ball just drifting out, and the wing back very lackadaisical to get to that.
Tyke Sheehan looked like he was out in his own back garden there tipping around. He thought he had all day long. Liam McCormick did well, but the ball just drifted wide.
Puck out again here now. Mary's in need of scores. They need to be sharp and alert here. We're into the final 7 minutes of action here in the county under 19A hurling final. Ball has gone to ground. Ref is calling for it. He's going to throw it in, I presume, here, Dennis.
Yeah, it looks like a throw in here now, but this will suit Sarsfields down to the ground. You know, they're running down the clock and they're cutting Mary's chances of getting a score.
Dealey going in for this one with Henry Fogarty there. Ball on the ground now inside. White jersey wins it. That's Sarsfields. But he's taken too many steps for the ball there, the ref says, judging by what he's signalled over there. And it is going to be a free now for St. Mary's.
Yeah, he was on his hands and knees there, you know. It's hard to take too many steps with it, but Killian Rafter was the judge to have held onto it too long anyway, so it's a free in now.
Here we go. He rises and strikes here. It's Ty Condon all the way in, but it's gone wide.
Yeah, fierce disappointing. You know, they've been wayward on their place balls today. That's maybe 3 or 4, and you can't afford that. Sarsfields on the other side have scored all theirs.
Long ball breaking out from the sky here. It's won there by Dean Cagney, trying to play that ball, but he can't send it anywhere, and it is going to be a free in for Sarsfields. But St. Mary's with a player down injured, looks like cramp. Straight away, Thurles Sarsfields, Doris Stakelum is over to help.
Yeah, great sportsmanship there. But that's the third one that St. Mary's have picked off the ground. And you know, you can't afford to do that in a game like this, because it had been tight, you know, but that's 3 scores you're handing to the opposition. You can't afford it.
They're like unforced errors, really. You know, you hear them talking about that in tennis or golf or whatever. It's the same in hurling.
Yeah, it is, yeah. And I suppose the quality of the game, there's 2 really strong teams there. They're under pressure getting the ball, and then they're just, you know, making that wrong decision under pressure, which is it's a pity, because, you know, these are avoidable frees. So
another chance for Tommy Maher when play restarts here, but The injured player will just get a minute here just to get himself right. Referee just talking to the linesman, making sure they have the right time on the clock here. 16 points for Thurles Sarsfields, 11 points for St. Mary's. 4 minutes of normal time left in this, and I don't know, what do Mary's do, Dennis, now? Do you just like put McGarry down the edge of the square and lob it into him?
He seems to be in there, but like it's not working because he's not getting on the ball. He's redundant in there at the moment. So, you know, I'd have maybe brought him to the middle of the field where you get a bit more freedom maybe, but look, it's easy talk looking in at it. But, you know, at this stage it's hard to see them getting a win here.
So a player looks to be injured. It looks more than cramp at this stage, Dennis, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it looked like cramp originally, but that man has had a great game today. James Morris, he's really put in some effort for St. Mary's, and you can imagine he's probably tiring at this stage, but hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Yeah, the quality of the hurling at times here has been superb. Like looking at Lee McCormick sprinting down, Dara Stakelum, Dean Cagney had his moments, Ty Condon as well, you know, and McGarry, of course.
Yeah, look, there's been great hurlers on show here today, and we've had no goals, I suppose, which is a pity, but he seems to be departing the scene there now. It seems to be an ankle injury maybe.
So James Morris will just get a minute here to leave the field of play. He's hobbling off here in a lot of bother, but we'll wait and see. Is this game over as a contest? Hard to know. 27 on the clock, 5 points in it. This could stretch it now to 6.
Yeah, this could put it out of reach for St. Mary's, really, you know. But it's on to 65, so into a little slight wind. So let's see what happens.
Conor Stakelum in front of us here, of course, selector with Mick Ryan. When Tipp won the All-Ireland 2016, played back in the day with Boris Lee, serious hurler. Conor, as he watches his free taker put that ball over the bar. It is now 6 points of a lead for Sars. Tommy Marr with that score, 17 playing 11. Long puck out, down the field, breaking ball up there now. In comes the sub to try and do something over there. Shane Ryan getting stuck in alongside Conor Parker. Ball has just gone into kind of a scrum out there, the far side. Dara Stakelum sprinting out to try and kick it away, and it's gone out over the line now, and it is a Sarsfields ball. Mary's need the ball, possession.
They do, and it's going Sarsfields' way, and all that kind of stuff suits the Sarsfields now. Slow it down, take their time, and run down the clock.
So, standing over this one over at the far side now, we're ready to go here. This ball cut up the field now in towards McCormick. Lee McCormick knocks it down there now as far as Philly Hayes. Philly Hayes takes on his man and off he goes. Leaves the ball after him though. Mary's need to get that ball into the danger area now. They have it out there. Dean Cagney soloing in. Heading towards the 45. Plays it a crossfield ball. 50-50 one though. Breaks nicely for them. Away they go. They need a goal and they need it quick. And the possession has just been given away there. Out to Henry Fogarty. Owen Walsh just played that ball on, not on the field long. Played it onto the Sarsfields man rather than his own player, and it is Lee McCormick who has it. He feeds this ball over the far side of the field. Sarsfields trying to get clean possession here, but Mary's have a free out over at the far side of the field. Keeper coming up, he has to drive it in around the house.
In around the square now, and you know you can't fault the St. Mary's backs, especially in the second half. You know, there's very little got past them there. Most of Sarsfield's scores have been from frees, in fact. So look, you have to lob this in now and hope someone gets a hurley or a touch to it.
Keeper getting ready there now. Wind has picked up a little, that's favouring him. He won't need it though. He has serious hurley there as he strikes this ball all the way in, and it's going to go and break in around the house now. Ball is in there, it's lurking inside. Can they get something on it? No. I think it's Armstrong who just moves that ball on enough, and Woodlock comes in then, and in comes Jack O'Mara, and the ball is cleared up along the line here now. Up here though, it's took by Owen Walsh. Owen Walsh trying to work it back, but it's taken off him, and Dara Stakelum sends it up around the field again, up to the corner forward. Jock Fogarty trying to get something on this. It's won back now by Ty Sheehan. Sheehan plays it outside him here now. Good hands there by Conor Parker to feed it in the middle into Ross Slattery. Slattery has taken too much out of it, and again an unforced error, and it is Sarsfields with a free out.
Yeah, a bit of indecision from Ross Slattery coming out from wing back, I suppose, or full back. He's not used to being up that end of the field. The nosebleed was probably about to happen there, but no, in fairness to him, he's trying his heart out, but he hadn't much options in front of him either, and it looks like that gamble of putting McGarry inside in front of the goals hasn't worked. He's got very little ball since he went in, and he's the man they need to be getting on the ball.
So Sarsfields just moving on a couple of subs here now, and just going off is Philly Hayes. This free, it's struck here straight over. Dara Stakelum racing on, he's free here now, feeds that ball onto Lee McCormack. They love that here in the stand. They absolutely love that.
Yeah, great cleverness there. Well played by Dara Stakelum, popping it out to McCormack, and he has sealed the deal there now, I'd say.
All Marys were lining up for a long range free, and he went short with it to the unmarked player. But here they go. Marys have the ball again here now. It's Leahy hits this one in. Dangerous ball inside. Just took a little deflection. Can they get something? Oh, it's gone for a 65. McGarry was in there. Leahy knocked it down, and McGarry just pulled on that ball first time. But SARS had defenders back.
Yeah, Armstrong, I think, threw his body on the line. A great block there. But like, there was three of them in around him, and he did well to get a shot away.
So another chance here. Centre back is going to strike this one now. Needs to lob it in. It's at the discretion of the referee. We're in 2 minutes added on time here. This one is sent in. Breaking inside, and it's gone for another one here. He'll want another slitter here. Needs to speed it up here now. It's the ref is just looking at his watch in there, and it's at the ref's discretion here now. The Sarsfield supporters here beside us ready to roar. They think it's their day now. County final is what they're waiting for. Here we go. This one sent in around the house. Breaking ball in there. It's knocked in, a little flick in there, but it's one again, and it's gone out over the line. Another 65.
Yeah, maybe third time looking for St. Mary's here. You'd never know.
So back out again, and they need another ball. He should just have 4 or 5 with him there.
Yeah, he needs a ball by there to keep producing them, but they'll be looking for a goal off this now if they can at all.
So here we go. Tyke Condon ready to go now. Drops it in around the house again this time, but he's hit it too much. It's gone over the bar. Point for St. Mary's. That's 12. And it is 18 for Sarsfields. It looks like the cup is going back to the cathedral town. Sarsfields ahead here, well ahead here in added on time. Puck out, sent out the field here now. Breaking out in front of the centre back. Ball nicked down there. It's Dara Stakelum racing onto it. The sub just on there was Dean Fanning, and Dean Fanning comes out to it, but it's taken by Owen McCarthy. McCarthy plays on this ball onto Parker. Conor Parker in and around the house looking for McGarry. McGarry comes out to take it. It is Dealey who has it. Oh, Dealey is dragged down. They're through on goal if the ref allows it continue. It's in the back of the net, but the ref had blown the whistle, and really the ref probably could have let that go.
He could have let that go. Big bear hug there from young Armstrong, and there was no passing him there. But if you had to let it go, it was definite goal. But look, it makes no odds really at this stage. Time is really running out on them.
So it's called back, and probably a free at this stage. And I suppose you can't blame Armstrong. It's really good defending to do that. You see that inter-county level, take him down.
Oh, that's it. And you can't get away with it at inter-county level anymore, but you can at club. So that's if you can get away with it, I suppose that's what you do.
A serious prospect, James Armstrong, in hurling and football for Tipperary. Here we go, the free struck by McGarry in around the house, and it's all over. It is Thurles Sarsfields who defend that, and they win the county title.
Yeah, great excitement there. Deserved winners there. Really, they were on top throughout, and there's a real buzz there from the Sarsfield supporters there now. So they're thrilled with that. Deserving winners, and just St. Mary's had their chances, but maybe didn't capitalise, and it's Sarsfield's day.
Sarsfield's day, and we're ready to go. And Dennis, I suppose we're going to have the presentation right away. So Joe Kennedy is there, and the chair of the county board is going to make the presentation. So he has one of our microphones there, a different mic that he's going to take out here for the title. They're worthy winners.
worthy winners, no doubt, but they got a lot of scores off frees, I suppose. And, you have to credit St. Mary's for coming with a good game plan. They kept it tight in the first half, and then really in the second half they had chances. They missed maybe 3 in a row to level it up, and that was where it all went wrong for them. You'd have to credit Tommy Maher, his free taking was impeccable, whereas on the other side maybe Peter McGarry missed a few, and they had other people missing longer range frees as well. And maybe Dean Cagney, has been busy for them other days. He didn't really feature much today. But there's some really great performances. Dara Stakelum, I don't know did he get on the scoreboard, but he had really impressive when he came out around the middle of the field in that second half.
And just looking at their backroom team, even you've Connor Stakelum there, Christopher Carew on stats, Peter Donnelly on video, Aoife Lurnigan, the physio selectors, Michael Collins, Ger Corbett, Declan Costello, Tony O'Mara, Connie Maher and Brian Stakelum. I mean, that's like a star-studded backroom team.
Yeah, well, look, they could rock up there, and some of them could, get involved with tip teams and no one a bat an eyelid. So look, it really is. You can see they're putting serious efforts in. They have, they're playing a lot of the county finals now. They're involved in Thurles Sarsfields as well. Have been very strong down through the years. And they're playing our own Borrisoleigh tomorrow in the under 13. So again, Borrisoleigh I think are up against it in that. But look, they're producing hurlers year on year, and it's only a matter of time before they become a real powerhouse again in Tipp. And who knows if they could even do business this year in Danbreen.
Yeah, and you look at the lads that are working behind the scenes there. Tonto Lanigan, we see Redzer O'Grady there over from us as well. There's an awful lot of effort, an awful lot of time gone into each player there, and Thurles Sarsfields in particular as well.
Yeah, they've really done the groundwork. There was a few years there where they had a lean spell, but by God, they're back with a bang. And it's showing there on the field today. I suppose they won't be overly impressed with their win, the way they won it today. They dug it out, I suppose, in fairness. And in the county final, you're not going to get it all your own way. But I suppose they'd have liked to maybe produce more. There was great performances on both sides. And it's funny, like lads that are doing the business at senior level sometimes can maybe struggle to produce it at an underage level. And Paddy Creedon today was quieter than he normally would be, but still was a big threat up front. And Dara Stakelum, I suppose, only came into it there towards the last 15 or 20 minutes.
And we're just waiting here for the captain to make his way over here to collect the cup. Joe Kennedy is below us here, and a representative of FBD Insurance, Tom Maher, there as well. And it's great to be here on commentary on Tipp FM and with Tipperary GAA TV live stream here with Robert Healy and with Kieran from Stream Sport and Raf and all the rest of them. And like a game like this just showcases what we have as a product here in Tipp hurling and as a kind of a way of life as much as anything.
That's it. Sure, looking, everything revolves for a lot of people around the game of hurling, and we see now Paddy Creedon come over. He's the captain there, so he's getting ready to accept the cup. So it's great to see him getting a chance to lead the Sarsfields men.
We're just looking here at Joe Kennedy with the cup, and it'll just take him maybe a couple of minutes here just to get Creedon and line him up here for the presentation. All the family members and all the friends and supporters at Thurles Sarsfields are over here. What did you make of the draws last night for the Danbreen, Dennis?
Yeah, sure, really exciting draws. I suppose you're hard to go out to your own club, Upper Church there. You got really two tough draws in the hurling and the football, but look, that's the luck of it, I suppose. But look, at people have their own opinions on it, but look, it's proved to be great. 4 great games next weekend.
So here we go. We're going to hand over to Joe Kennedy, Chair of the County Board.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all here just for the presentation of the first under 19A hurling trophy. The first thing I want to do is compliment both teams on an excellent game. I know there was Sarsfields had 4 or 5 points there in the end, but it was an epic struggle all through. So compliments to St. Mary's for putting up such a strong battle. Found scores hard to come by, but great defended by Sarsfields there to keep it out. So before we do the presentation, the first thing I want to do is thank Cashel Kilcormac for having the field and the facilities in excellent condition for us. I'd like to thank Breda O'Donnell of FBD for coming here. FBD are our championship sponsors, and we're delighted to have Breda here to do the presentation with us. And I'd like to thank our referee, David Ryan. I think this is his first adult final to do, and I think he did a great job in it, and I compliment him on that. So now it gives me great pleasure to ask Paddy Creedon to accept the trophy.
Talking to us, yeah? For the face, a bit. Alright. I'd like to say thanks to Cashel for the grounds, for having us in good playing conditions. I'd like to say thanks to the referee and all the linesmen and umpires for doing the game. It's a tough game to ref, but sure, have to do it. I'd like to say thanks to all the management, Connor, everyone, for doing hard work during the whole season, training and everything, getting us ready to play the matches. 3 cheers for St Mary's. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hooray. Sound, thanks. Yeah.
So, Paddy Creedon collects the cup for Thurles Sarsfields. Hope you enjoyed today's coverage. My thanks to Dennis Kelly here alongside me and Robert Healy, photo and video here on Tipp GA TV and on Tipp FM. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. From me, Stephen Gleeson, here in Cashel, Slán and Ish.
Have you heard about the incredible prizes in the new Tipperary GA Clubs draw? A €500,000 prize fund featuring cars to be won every month, loads of cash and holidays. And if you ever dreamed of being a racehorse owner, now's your chance.
Hi everyone, Rachel Blackmore here. I have a passion for horse racing, just like you all have a passion for GAA. In the new Tipperary GAA Club draw, starting on the 1st of October, there's an amazing prize to be won. It's a racehorse called Sean Hogan, who's in training with Mouse Morris. If you are the lucky winner, you'll get to pick the racing colours for Sean Hogan. You'll also get to take home all his prize money. There's a Renault car there to be won as well, so you'll have no excuses to go racing and cheer him on. There's cash and car prizes to be won every month, so this really is a fantastic prize. So I'd really encourage everyone to show their support and sign up today.
The Tipperary GAA Clubs draw. You have to be in it to win it.